Jessica Valenti, and I run a blog called feministing.com, and I have just recently wrote a book, well not too recently, called Full Frontal Feminism, A Young Woman's Guide to Why Feminism Matters. Roe v. Wade is extremely significant. Obviously, as most people know, it is the Supreme Court decision that legalized abortion in the United States. Unfortunately, since abortion has been legalized, we've been kind of fighting all of the backlash against Roe and the rollbacks legislatively since then. So I think that every year it's really nice to kind of remember the importance of Roe and what it means for women's lives, but also to use it as a marker for the work that we still have to do moving forward. You know, the sad fact is, across the country, you know, I think it's 85% of counties don't have abortion providers. In different states, the obstacles that you have to get over, you know, to be able to obtain an abortion are ridiculous. And there's just all these small little laws that are in place kind of everywhere that make it almost impossible for women to obtain abortions legally and safely and, you know, on time when they should be able to. Some of the stuff that we're really interested in right now are kind of the more insidious laws that are being put forward, like fetal protection laws that also punish pregnant women, but they're used under this, you know, rhetoric of abortion. So there's all sorts of like really sneaky ways that the anti-choice movement is working in legislative circles to get this stuff put in there. It's really important for women and men alike to support Roe and reproductive justice and reproductive health. Not just because of the abortion issue, but because it's an issue of women's autonomy, it's an issue of bodily integrity, and it's something that I think is important to all of us, women and men alike, to know that the government doesn't have a right to interfere in decisions that we need to make about our own health and well-being, and decisions that we need to make about the best interests of our families. You know, I think the latest study that came out that I thought was really interesting from the Guttmacher Institute said that the main reason cited when women go to get abortions is their other children, concern for their other children, which kind of goes against all the accepted knowledge about women who are getting abortions. Oh, they're selfish and they don't want to have kids. Well, that's not true. They most likely have kids already and they want to do the best thing for them. Reproductive justice and people who care about reproductive justice are interested in family values in a way that anti-choicers are not. So I think it's very important for people to support Roe. I think that it's important for people to really get involved in their own communities, to find out what the laws are, you know, not just what the laws say, but, you know, what your local pharmacy's policy is on giving out emergency contraception, you know, how easy it is for a teenager to be able to get birth control, you know, what that access is like, you know, to really inform ourselves about what's going on in our community, in our states, and the country, obviously, and to find the groups that are out there doing the work on it and to support them. Even if you can't support them with money, go and volunteer some of your time, you know, and make sure that you're on top of it and make sure that you're, you know, helping out in any way you can, because at the end of the day, what happens to one woman happens to us all, so.